Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another glorious episode of Jedi Talk. I am your host, Brad Hughes. Before we get the show started, please make sure you go on Instagram and follow us at Jedi Talk Podcast. Check out all the cool stuff we're doing on YouTube, youtube.com/Jedi Talk Podcast as well. If you guys didn't know, you can actually listen to the podcast over on YouTube. Everything's there, and that's a good place to go and comment because Instagram doesn't really comment. It's not a good commenting community app, and you have to comment under a specific photo or whatever. So if you ever feel like you want to drop a line over on the podcast, go do it over there on YouTube. That's the easiest way to do it. But I am not here joined by the full council. For this episode, it is just me and Evan, and he's right across from me. I'm used to looking at you over here, but you're across from me now, throwing me off. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Hello there. A lot is up. I mean, I used to sit over here, so it's kind of like a throwback, but over there feels more normal, so I don't know.
It's weird.
But a lot's been up.
It's got to be cool looking at the figures from
I
that
do
angle.
love that view. It's the best view for sure.
It's pretty cool.
Tom has to look at you. You got to look at Tom. I get to look at figures, so.
I'm out of space.
I see that.
And I have 6 figures to put up.
Well, it's okay because now Black Series figures are crap, so.
Did you see was it you that sent that in the group chat?
No, Tom sent that. An empty box.
Insane.
So someone walked into the store, stole the figure, closed the box.
It's
craziness.
People were saying that was going to happen,
right?
And they were not
crazy.
wrong.
How did we predict that?
But you're not going to be here on the second episode this week because you are headed, you lucky duck, to
Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Very exciting.
Big old
excited?
mouthful. But yeah, very excited. I
You
haven't
gonna
been
do
there
all the
in
overlay
17
stuff?
years. Oh yeah.
You haven't done the party in 17 years?
Yeah, 2005.
For real?
Yeah, last time I did it.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was gonna do it last year, but then last year happened. Last year was the boo party or whatever
I just can't
it was.
do it.
That was the worst thing one of the worst things they've ever done.
So here's where I stand on that. I get during COVID when they were kind of reopening and they didn't know what was going to happen again, not to have the full scale party.
I get that part, but the price doesn't make sense.
But it does. Here's why it does.
Mm.
It doesn't for what they were kind of marketing it as the replacement for Not So Scary,
right.
Which is ridiculous because they didn't do enough to warrant that change.
No.
But as an after hours party, they're not bad. And as someone who used to work at that park during the after hour parties,
right,
it's not busy.
Yeah,
but it's
also,
like what you want out of a park.
As a certain man named Josh has recently said, that's progress. So okay. But yeah, a lot has happened. We'll talk about
things are coming his way, my friend.
Talk
People
about
are not
Disney
happy.
at the end of this, but Batu's 3-year anniversary was yesterday for us people in Orlando.
Yeah, we're diving into the way this episode is going to be. And so if you don't want to hear the second part, we're doing just the regular news and stuff up front from Star Wars, and then the second half of this show is going to be. Do you have predictions too?
Yeah.
Did you write stuff down? Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say my predictions.
I only did domestic parks. I didn't do Disney Plus and France and Shanghai. I just did Disneyland, Walt Disney World.
I threw in Cruise Line because I feel like there's going to be something
that's
for
fair.
that.
Yeah,
but,
there will be.
But we'll get to that the second half of the show. So the first part is going to be the Jedi Talk news segment, and then we'll be talking D23. So stick around for that too as well. But like you were saying, first up, Batu's birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. I mean, for the cast members in the know and the guests that were there in the know, you could see who was who. They were calling it Found Day, so I guess that's Founding Day. That's the unofficial name for that day, I guess.
I like that, Found Day.
But you can't really declare that because, there's 2 Galaxy's Edge and they open on 2 different days. So, in universe, you can't say Black Spire Outpost was founded on this day. So
yeah, right.
I get that. But for us, people unofficially yesterday was Founders Day, Founding Day.
They should have made it 2 separate locations on Batu.
Yeah.
With the same
There's
attractions.
Pika and Galma, so there's 2 cities already there. Now 3 counting Black Spire Outpost.
They could have done it if they wanted to, but I guess they wanted to.
But
probably cheaper just to duplicate everything when you're building stuff like that. But I get it.
I went to Oga's and I got thrown out of Oga's. It was fun.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you stay too long?
No, I turned my lightsaber on.
And
they literally kicked me out.
For real?
I was done with my bill, of course.
Oh.
But, that was the point. I was done.
That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Rack up 4 drinks.
Yeah.
To turn your lightsaber on. I was like, whoops.
Yeah,
sorry.
but also we know the server. She's our favorite. She's the best server there. So we were messing with her all night.
Uh-oh, Nick heard that.
Well, okay, that's true.
Nick heard that. He's gonna get angry and show up and.
Well, that's okay. He didn't kick me out, so maybe he's now my favorite. And then so
that was a great time. Did they have anything special going on for Galaxy's Edge about 2 days?
Not a thing. But I didn't expect anything.
Yeah, we were talking about it before. I just threw that in there because people don't listen to our conversations before. But
that's good, thankfully.
Well, when you said this, once they start hitting 5 is when they start doing stuff.
It's the 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
Yeah, Pandora's had nothing for 4 years until May 27th this year. It was 5th.
I can't believe it's 3 years old already.
Right?
It's wild, man.
Yeah. That means I've been here for over 3 years.
That's crazy.
My 3-year
That's
anniversary
nuts.
was August 25th, so 4 days before Galaxy's Edge.
I moved here March of 2017. I always say 16, but I think it's actually 17.
I think it's 17 because you
I think
talk
it's
about
17.
The Last Jedi and that timing of it.
Yeah, that's right. So
And
it would
so
be
that came
17.
out in 17.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
17. But I did
But-
see Force Awakens in theaters here,
That's cool.
which was cool.
The only Star Wars film I've seen in Orlando was Rise with you.
That's wild.
So yeah,
You can go see Rogue One.
that's true. I could, but like I have the DVD. It's on Disney Plus. What if they took it off Disney Plus like they did Avatar?
Oh, that'd
Did
be-
you see that?
They took Avatar off?
Yeah, because they're
No.
re-releasing it in theaters before Avatar 2. So they're like, hey, if you want to remember that old movie,
I was going to watch it.
well, now you can, but now you got to go pay for it.
I'm not doing that.
I have the DVD if you want to borrow it.
I
so
think
like,
I have the Blu-ray too.
Me
I think
too,
it's
like-
one of the- you know what's weird about Avatar? It's like they were talking about this on Fourth Mother Box the other day, but I've said this before too. Like, do you know anyone who that's their favorite movie? I've said
No.
that 1,000 times.
I like it, but it's not in my top.
but like, why are
30,
they making
like,
7 more of these? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't get it.
It looks beautiful. I'll give them that.
You
but
know
like,
what's so funny? Kyle was talking about it, and he goes, "Who cares?" And he goes, "I'll go see it." And like, that's the thing.
Me too. That's how we
There's
all
enough
are.
Me too. And
Yep.
I'm
We're all like,
too.
I don't care, but
That's
I'll see
the
it.
thing. We're going to go see it,
Yep.
and it's. I won't see 3. Like, if 2 isn't good, I'm not going to continue going forward.
I think,
But like
the
I
third
think
one, I'll just wait for Disney Plus. Then, if 2 sucks, I'll be like, I'll wait for Disney Plus.
the only reason I'm even slightly interested is because of the parks.
Yeah,
That's it.
because what it means for that
What they
that
could
little
do-
building pad, that
Yeah. Mhm.
expansion pad. So
It's not that big though.
no,
I don't know what they could do because both. To be fair, but that show building is one massive show building that houses both.
which is like half
attractions.
good idea, half horrible idea.
It's a terrible idea,
Because then
'cause if
when
something
there's a fire
happens,
drill,
yeah,
they both
both
are
have
down.
to- both
But it's a
have to
good
go.
idea in terms of like it was easier to build.
Construct it and
Yeah,
make it
it
one.
didn't take 25 years like Tron took.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Still not open.
yeah,
We'll get to that at
We'll
the end
get
of this
to that.
episode. But speaking of Rogue One and Andor,
yeah.
we mentioned earlier that you could go see Rogue One in theaters right now and in IMAX specifically. And part of the appeal to go to that is that there is a Andor preview in the front of it, and it got leaked online,
Sure. Oh, it did.
and it got pulled.
Oh, okay.
I went
didn't
down the
see it,
rabbit
so-
hole today to go find it, and I
It's
could not
gone.
find it.
So you
it wasn't even on
haven't
Reddit.
seen
No, I was
Okay.
going to watch it, and it was like I saw like the feed on Reddit. It was like someone's Twitter feed.
We're only like 3 weeks away though, so it's like I'll just wait. Like I don't.
It
care.
was like 10 minutes.
oh whoa,
Yeah, it was like
Like
a
a
10-minute.
full
Yeah,
scene.
like a full
Full-on
clip,
scene.
like half of an episode.
dang.
If they go with the Obi-Wan
Probably
route.
like a third, a half or a third of an episode.
But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this show. I'm very interested.
Yeah,
I'm getting curious.
Today I kind of was thinking like timeline and like the characters involved with other like side plots and stuff. Saw Gerrera is going to be in Andor,
Mhm.
and so are his faction called the Partisans.
Oh, interesting.
Which in Rebels, the character Callus, do you remember Agent Callus?
Yes.
He had a run-in with the Partisans in his past.
Oh,
so it could
maybe
be
we
a
could
live
see
action Callus.
Interesting.
That would
okay.
be cool.
That would be cool.
And I think it would tie in because like Andor kind of sparks the rebellion. He leads into Rebels, and Callus kind of ends up being like Andor character, where he helps the rebels at the
Mhm.
end of his life before he's killed. So
Yeah, it's a good point.
it'd be cool if we got a
It would be very
Callus.
cool. It would be very cool. I don't know. I'm just I'm trying. I've seen a lot of stuff that's coming out about the show that are kind of like, certain characters are confirmed for season 2, and I'm like, well, you're kind of, the show's not out yet. It's not like we're
Yeah.
at the end of season 1 and you're looking forward to season 2. Like, let it come out and like quit. I feel like they're trying to overhype it. It's like, just calm
Yeah.
down. Like, we're gonna watch it. Let's just see how we react. Don't tell me how to like it. Don't tell me how to react to it.
Mhm.
Let me enjoy the
Like
show.
the
once
whole
it
thing
comes
about
out.
them being like, "There's no volume. We didn't use the volume." It's like, okay, like I understand why that's a good thing and it's cool, but like now you're kind of like saying the volume sucks,
Which it doesn't.
which it doesn't.
It works. It works for a
has-
show like Mando.
Yeah, it
where
has
it's a
times
smaller
to
show.
use it,
Yeah.
times not to use
Mhm.
it. But then they've also like, there's no fan service, no cameos. It's all for the plot. And I'm like, I like that, but like, why are you coming out and bragging about this?
Yeah. And another thing is another one of the stories we have here. They've confirmed. Diego Luna has confirmed that there are going to be no Jedi in Andor.
Oh, cool. Okay,
Which
that makes sense.
Man,
like who the
who
Jedi
would it be?
are
Like that's.
either dead or hiding right now. So
Yeah.
like, yeah,
But like, wouldn't I mean? Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, it's almost like I like the speculation of it now, and you've taken that off the table. Like, it'd be
No,
cool if
it's
they like
Plo Koon.
mentioned
He's
it.
in it.
It'd be cool if they like brought it up.
Yeah, I bet that's what they're gonna do. Maybe.
But then now,
the
but now,
physical
but now I
character's
know.
not there.
But now I know that there's no hope of that. Like, it takes like.
Yeah, but also Andrew Garfield's not in Spider-Man. Like they can say whatever they want. And just like remember, to go a step further, even from that, Qui-Gon Jinn, Liam Neeson. I've not been approached. I'm not in
coming
that.
back.
And he's in it. Like,
Yeah.
so they
It's
can
true.
say whatever they want.
But this one seems weird to say, and it also would make sense that they wouldn't see them. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's just a confirmation of because it's not like he's like, well, there's no
You
one
never
speculating. It's not
know.
like they've
Like-
speculated who's going to be in it.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
then
know.
again, though, if they're like bragging about no cameos, that kind of takes back the whole Agent Callus thing. Maybe there is no Agent Callus.
But
There's
see,
no.
I wonder how they
Chewie,
define
there's no-
cameo though.
Yeah.
Like, does cameo mean
Fans. I think they said fan service. They didn't say
yeah,
cameo.
but like, what does
But-
that mean? Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
does that mean like no other character other than these ones in the show can show up?
Hopefully, they mean it's not like Panda Baba in Rogue One, where he's
Okay.
just randomly there.
See,
That was fan service.
I hated that.
1,000,000%.
I hated that.
So I think that he's probably specifically saying, nobody like that. We know it was dumb. So
But, like-
nothing like that.
So would you like? Let's just say hypothetically, Alden Ehrenreich shows up as Han. Is that fan service?
If it's just they like bump into him walking past, that's fan service.
Okay.
It has to serve the plot.
I don't think they would bring that guy back
No, they wouldn't.
for a scene like that
Yeah.
because he's contractually obligated for 3 films. So
Right.
like,
So it's
at
gonna
any
be like
point
a-
they can go, hey, you got to come do this,
Yeah. It'd have to be a legit scene with like a legit reason where he's
or an episode or something where he
Yeah.
helps them do something.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember who said it last week, but I think it'd be interesting if he showed up and like was the Imperial side of him. Was that you that said that?
It might have been Tom like bouncing off of the deleted scenes that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah,
where
that's right.
he
That's
was
what it
the
was.
Imperial
That's what it
pilot.
was, yeah.
I
That's
think it
what
was
it was.
Tom. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be super cool.
But I don't know. I think they just kind of are reacting to Rogue One, where most people love Rogue One. But even the people that love it are like, yeah, that was kind of weird having those people from A New Hope in it for no reason. So
I think it. I guess looking back, once you've seen the movie, it kind of just sets the tone for where you're at in the movie in the franchise.
and it shows people that aren't following the timeline. They're like, oh, okay,
Okay.
I remember those weird
Well,
guys.
I remember sitting next to the lady in the theater. The second time I saw the movie, she was leaning. She goes, "Why does Ray look different?" Like
oh my
for,
gosh,
for
you
real.
thought Jin was Ray?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dang.
And I was like,
Yeah. That's funny though. Like today I was walking into Galaxy's Edge from Toy Story Land, and the guy behind me was like, have we been to this part of the park yet? I don't think this part is Toy Story Land. And I'm like, no, it's not Toy Story
No,
Land.
it's-
How did
it's
you
not.
figure that out? Good job.
Wow, you
Like,
were very intuitive.
You're
sir.
very observant.
God damn.
And then his
people are
wife
dumb.
was like, I think it's the Star Wars area. I'm like, you think?
"Oh,
like,
Jesus Christ!"
Yeah, so that's the kind of people they have to ponder to.
and those are the
Pander
people.
to, not ponder to.
And those
Jeez.
are those are the people that are more important to Bob Chapek than
Yep.
hardcore fans who are willing to buy anything.
Yep.
We'll get to that later. Moving on to the next news story here. This is interesting because this is something that was one of those rumors that popped up and then died down really quickly. But Damon Lindelof, who was like J.J. Abrams' like producer partner on Lost, and I think helped write and create the show. He's a fantastic writer. He's done a bunch of TV shows and stuff. And Lost, I don't care what anyone says, Lost is one of the greatest TV shows of all time. I had so much fun watching that when it was coming out. I don't know if it holds up, but I don't care. It was at the time. It was so
Isn't
great.
it super long? I mean, that's not a
It's
knock
very
on it,
long.
but it's like it's
It's
just
like
long.
8 seasons of 23 episodes a season.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
lot. It's a lot.
Dang.
And it got crap for the ending. It's hard to stick the landing, which is actually by the time. Remember people going like, "Well, J.J. Abrams didn't finish Lost." Well, he didn't. He was out after like season 2, so like it had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
But he's been seen around the Disney lot lately, and it kind of got the rumors going again of like, is he still doing it? But that to me doesn't make sense because if you're doing something for like everyone gets this confused. Disney just owns Lucasfilm. It is still Lucasfilm making these films.
Yeah.
Lucasfilm's headquarters is in.
And TV shows, everything.
Yeah.
Like it's not Disney making them.
No, it's Lucasfilm.
Same with Pixar. It's the same
Pixar.
idea.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
They just own them. Like it's still Lucasfilm's the creative team behind it. It'd be like if you went and bought a McDonald's.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
not now a different restaurant because someone
Yeah.
else owns it. It is still McDonald's. Like if someone,
Which you can do. There's franchisees and there's.
but I
yeah.
mean, like if you bought the corporation,
right.
like if you bought the money for McDonald's, you would just now be running McDonald's.
Yeah.
That's actually not a good example.
You could change everything if you wanted
Yeah.
to, but
why would you?
Disney hasn't done that.
That's a dumb example. I'm going to edit that out. I'm probably not because I'm too lazy. But
Just in case.
whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would make sense if he's like trying to get something greenlit, I guess, because they have to go to Disney and pitch it to the board or whoever
Right, but-
approves these things.
Yeah.
But
if he's just a good writer, it doesn't have to mean JJ's going to be involved because this
Oh,
guy
he's
isn't
not gonna be.
JJ. It's
JJ's done.
JJ's friend.
I think
So,
with
like,
the backlash from
Yeah.
the Rise of Skywalker, and some of it's just, some of it's not.
But I mean,
I still love that. I feel like I need to say I love that movie still.
Same.
It's not very good.
No, someone asked me the other day what my favorite Star Wars movie is, and I didn't say 9. I said it's either 7 or 8. I think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, because I mean,
8
Empire is still
good.
the best, I think.
Yeah.
But like,
8 is so good.
6, 7, and 8 are all pretty good. Like, I don't know, 7 and 8 are probably my favorite. I can't decide. But like
7
you said
is so
before,
fun.
it's one movie.
It's
7
one
and
movie.
8.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
one movie.
I'll just say 7 and 8.
If Rogue One is one movie with New Hope, so is 7 and 8. Like it's the same.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna start saying that. Just 7 and 8.
7 and 8. It's one long movie. Speaking of Episode 8, Rian Johnson was he did some interview or something today. I just kind of saw this in passing before I was coming out here, so I didn't really get a chance to look at the whole thing. I should have. But he was saying that he was like even more proud now of what he did with Luke and stuff, and I'm like,
yeah,
thank God for you not backing down. Like,
yeah, because you should be proud of it.
Here's the thing. I don't care if you love the movie, you hate the movie. It's irrelevant to the conversation. The point I'm trying to make is that as someone who has made an artistic creation that they saw through with their vision, likes the outcome, that's all it's intended to be.
Yeah.
It's an art piece.
Exactly. And it's not the whole like release the Ryan cut. Like
no, yeah.
That is the Ryan cut.
He got to do what he wanted.
He's not saying, hey, they cut this down and they ruined my vision. Like,
yeah, no.
That does happen. So I'm not saying the filmmakers are lying. I'm saying that does happen.
It didn't happen with this one from everything that I've heard. It was like, I think this was like the smoothest Star Wars production.
Yeah, like
it
Rogue
seems
One
like
was
it.
not.
Not at all.
Like
and
Gareth
neither
Edwards has played ball and like been cool about it.
People forget 7 got pushed back.
Yeah, that's true.
And so did 8.
I did forget about that.
7 and 8 both got pushed back. They were supposed to initially come out in May of that year.
Yeah.
They got pushed back to December, then it just was such a big hit. They're like, let's just keep it in December.
Right. Rogue One and Solo both had a ton of reshoots, you know, but like...
Solo was probably the worst.
Definitely the worst.
Because it was way more
movie.
public. Yeah, and like they had to... I think that's probably why that movie didn't make any money, because they haven't officially announced how much it cost
had to film
make
it
that
twice.
movie. Yeah, you had to film... I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, no movie can make that kind of thing back unless it's like Endgame or something crazy.
Even that would be tough with all the marketing stuff you
put into it.
If you have to film
Endgame twice, like
with something as big as that, like they would just, fine, we'll cut our losses, just make the best movie possible, we'll make money on the next one.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it was cool that he was still happy with it, and I'm hoping that rumors pop up about him doing his stuff, because he's doing the stuff for Netflix now.
That might have spawned some like online. It didn't. Obviously, there's no way it didn't. But something must have been seen, because Taylor, before he came over, is like just randomly asked me. She's like, "Would you like to see Rian Johnson come back?" I said, "Hell yeah,
hell yeah."
That's not a question.
I want to see him come back more and not mess with it. I want all these people who are making these movies. I want Gareth Edwards to come back. Yeah. And I want them to do stuff that has nothing to do with the Skywalkers.
Right.
Because Rogue One,
because they're good filmmakers.
Yeah. Even though it's a standalone film, it directly has effect to A New Hope,
Anakin and Leia,
and all of it. So like, I would much rather. I mean, Leia's in it, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Like, I would much rather see them come and do something that isn't tied to the Skywalker saga. Not Rey, not anybody. I want him to come and do like imagine if he did like a Rian Johnson, with how dark and gritty and violent his stuff can be, which is so funny because he's like the nicest person on the planet, and like so shy and like meek and doesn't talk loud. He's very, very quiet and very like an artsy kind of guy.
Yeah.
Go watch Brick. Like, I don't want...
I've heard stuff. I haven't seen
I don't want a Star Wars version of that, but like give something that could be done like that would be interesting. Not the time travel element, but what's the Looper? One of my favorite movies of all time. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Like, I obviously don't want time travel in Star Wars, but you could do something like a buddy cop kind of thing with him and make it very dark and bounty hunters or something. Like, there's endless possibilities.
Yeah, literally endless. Star Wars has no end.
I don't care how you feel about the movie.
Yeah.
Episode 8 is the most visually beautiful Star Wars film ever made. Hands down, period. I don't care what anyone... Like,
I know they've been doing
like
art of books before, after, everything, but like that art of book is like what really, I think, made art of books get famous.
I think so too.
Because people saw it and like, that's
it's just
amazing.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's just such a great book. I love it.
I mean, now they do art of books for like theme park lands and stuff because of that. And I'm glad they did.
I love the art of Galaxy's Edge.
Do you think we'll ever get an art of Star Cruiser book that's just Star Cruiser? I would buy it now. I mean, obviously,
of course I would.
We'd get it in a heartbeat.
I don't know. I don't know if there's enough.
I think if they build more Star Cruisers, I think we will. Like if Disneyland gets one, you don't think so?
I don't think it's as popular as they want it to be, but it's only not popular because of the price.
Yeah, which keeps going up. So
it's insane. That's why I'm glad we did it when we did it.
Yeah,
I kept saying we got to do it before they raise the prices.
I tried to get the captain's table and I couldn't. So I'm still going to do the captain's table.
Do it night 2.
Yeah,
the food looked better night 2
for sure. Yeah, and that's
plus
when
the story elements are in place by that time.
And that's when Croy is in charge in night 2. So it's his table, not Keevan's table.
So yeah,
Lieutenant's table.
I saw the food. It didn't taste food, but the food looked cooler all night too.
Yeah.
But I still think. I mean, we were talking about this the other day on our group chat. They raised the price up from the cabs table to like.
It's only like $60.
So it was 35 to 60.
Yeah,
so it's
that's
not
fine.
that-
They didn't do four times the price like
my-
they did the picture experience.
My limit for that would be $120 because you get them.
Mine's
at-
100.
I'm sorry, I meant to say 100, not
Yeah.
120.
Okay.
I was thinking 3 times the price of 30,
Yeah.
4 times the price of 30. I was doing equations in my head, which is should never be doing period because I'm terrible at math.
Same with me.
But I would pay $100 person for that because you get the champagne, you get the medallion each,
Yeah.
you get like exclusive conversations with the characters.
Right, which was the last thing we remembered when we were texting each other. We were like, you
Yeah.
get the food, you get this. And I was like, oh, yeah, and the entertainment.
And the entertainment
Like,
there. It's I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep defending the Star Cruiser. I don't have to. If anyone who's gone
Thumbs
on
down, thumbs down.
it. What a great argument.
Thumbs
Why?
down.
Thumbs down. Stupid. Wow, that's like reviewing a movie you haven't been on.
Yeah.
I get like seeing it and being like, that doesn't look like Star Wars to me. I understand the thought that you would see, but when you're
that's
not
fine.
in,
but you
you're
can't
not
say
in
it
person.
sucks. You can just say it doesn't look like what I think.
But it does
like,
once you're there.
Yeah, as soon as you get there, you're like, I see no problem.
It's a
Like,
high-end Star Wars, and I don't think. But like, here's the thing: if you're paying that kind of money, do you want to be fucking living in Amperouse?
No.
Like,
I mean, some people do, but no.
but like, would you? I mean, that's not worth the money for.
I
that.
don't
Like,
want to have sand that's rough and coarse and irritating.
Bro,
It
like-
gets everywhere.
just what do you want? Like, do you
Yeah.
want it to be
I want the high
themed
ground.
to shit, and
Yeah.
then you'd be like, they don't even theme it. Like, no matter what you do, they're gonna.
But
lose.
I think we've said this before. But when they do theme it to dirty and gross, like Galaxy's Edge, people are like, "This sucks." It's like, which one do you want?
This doesn't. This is what they did with the money.
Yep.
Okay, it's annoying. And the last news story here from Star Wars, and I'm calling bullshit on this right now. I'm just saying that before I even say what the story is. But according to a viral screenshot, the Disney Plus
Those
team
are the
has
best.
confirmed that September 28th is still the debut of Bad Batch. Calling bullshit because it's just one of those like support chat things.
Yeah.
They're not going to know.
Right. We know how Disney and technology goes.
Well, they don't tell anyone anything.
Yeah.
I
But
know that
also,
from working there. They don't
if
tell
it
you
was,
shit.
they'd
We
be
were talking to
advertising
people
it
the
hardcore.
day of Magic Bands Pluses that didn't know Magic Band Pluses were coming out that day.
Oh, believe me, I know. Yep.
So
But
they're already out in the park. You're
Yeah.
asking for help. They don't know that they're out. Like, that's the kind of thing that Disney does nowadays. And
Yeah.
I don't even think it's an on-purpose thing. I think
No.
the company is just so big that, like, not every... You know
But-
this. You don't go have merchandise meetings.
No.
You don't go talk to attractions about what's
No.
going on.
It's
You don't know. It's just too big.
you like
Everything
in a
and
perfect world.
I told you this when you started working there. I said every attraction and every restaurant acts as their own
their
business.
own independent thing.
They're their
That's
own
true.
independent business. They work.
Yeah.
They look out for themselves. They're not worried about what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
It's-
Like,
and
in a
this is how it
perfect
is.
world, every cast member would be Disney nerds like us.
But
They
that's
could
not-
tell you every little thing. But that's not possible.
It's
Yeah.
just not. It's just not possible. It's
There's
just not
there's
possible.
cast members there that are 55 and just go to the park and go home, and they've never gone to the park as a guest.
Well, I have friends of
like-
mine that there's a guy named Ubens that I'm friends with, and I worked with him at the TTC, and he didn't know so this is one of my favorite stories from working there. He walks up to me, he goes, "Hey, Brad." So this is a greeter at TTC. So like, there's the hero lot and the villains lot. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think you told this story
I may have
like
but
a
if
week
it-
or two ago with Ursula.
Yes.
Go ahead
okay.
if you want to. I'm not.
Oh,
gonna,
I don't.
like,
I know I've
thoroughly-
told the story somewhere. I can't remember when, but like he comes to me, he goes, "Hey, Brad, is Ursula a hero or a villain?" Because he's trying to help a guest get back to their car.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I said, "Ursula the Sea Witch from Little Mermaid," and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah." I said, "What do you think?" And he's like, "Villain." I was like, "Bingo."
You had a 50-50 shot. So
But he's a good guy, but he doesn't
yeah,
know Disney
there's
characters.
people that
There's
don't go to the
people-
parks,
people
don't
who-
watch movies.
There's people who work Disney. It is a job.
Yeah.
They go, they clock in, they get paid, they go home.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I think you should have some knowledge. When it's something like that,
Yes, you
like
should.
it's based on something,
Yeah.
like you should have like when I walk
Especially
into
when
a
it's
gift
helping
shop.
a guest. Like,
Yes.
if you're helping a guest find their
Oh.
car, you need to know.
The worst thing is pins.
Oh, I
Jesus
bet.
Christ. You go like, "Hey, can I get one of the Powerline pins?" And they're like,
They're like,
"The Lady and the
"Who?"
Tramp pin?" I'm like,
No.
they went the two dogs, and I was like, "No, that's Lady and the Tramp."
I mean,
They don't know.
two
You should
dogs.
have- you should have
Goofy
base-
and Max are kind of dogs, so
Everything,
hey, like,
everything is IP driven. You should know a little bit
yeah, kind of.
about the characters. You
Um,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like my favorite was I went in, not my favorite, but my most recent was when I bought the Yavin medal. I was like, "Can I have the Yavin celebration medal?" Like at Doc's. And most of the cast members, today the cast member at Doc was awesome. She was in universe the whole time. Her and I had like a 10-minute back and forth that was completely in universe. It was
That's
cool.
dope.
But this one, I was like, the Yavin celebration medal, and she was like, you want like this metal? It was like a lightsaber or something. I was like, no, like the thing you put around your neck, like they have on Yavin. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, do you mean the flan over here, the calamari flan? And I was like, no, like the one over there by the lightsabers in the case. And she's like, oh, the little circle, the metal circle in the case. And like she went and got it for me.
The medallion.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
like, the medallion, the Yavin celebration. Like, I don't know
one
how
time
else.
I think that it's done, that they do, and I think it's just because they hear it so many times, is the lightsabers. Like, very rarely do you have to go like Kylo Ren's, the black one. Like, they know Kylo Ren, but also they have nameplates, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But still, like, Jesus Christ. It is infuriating, and I get it, but like...
You don't have to tell me like that Chewie got this medal and now Chewie has Han and his own medal. You don't have to tell me all this stuff. You should know what that medal looks like.
Yeah, 100%.
When you're selling it. But
100%. All right, that was my last news story here. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the D23 stuff.
Before we do, it's not really news because it's like 2 years old, but nobody really watches or cares about Resistance for most of the part, rightfully so. But I love Resistance, and I know it's not great. But I was rewatching it again, and in Season 2, Episode 16, they mentioned Batuu.
No way.
Nobody's ever like pointed that out. And I was like, how has no one talked about this?
Really?
Yeah. So it sets the timeline. So Season 1 of Resistance is right before Force Awakens, and then it ends like with Hosnian Prime being blown up by Starkiller
And this
Base.
came out before...
Episode 9.
And 8, right?
No. It came out...
Season 1 was before 8,
I was living here
right?
when it came out. Yes. I was living in Indiana when Season 1 came out.
Okay.
Season 2, I was here.
Interesting. What episode is it?
So Season 2, Episode 16. And it happens within the first like 5 minutes, so you can turn it off after. You don't have to watch the whole episode. But it sets the stage and shows the timeline because like Season 1 leads up to Starkiller Base shooting Hosnian Prime, and then Season 2 is post Force Awakens into Last Jedi. You get some Kylo being Supreme Leader, so it's after he kills Snoke even. So it's like kind of basically after Last Jedi even. Because
Interesting, okay.
he kills Snoke and then basically the movie's almost over. So this is like he's Supreme Leader.
Interesting.
So I won't say who or what or why, but somebody mentions Batuu.
I'm going to watch
and
that
it helps the timeline, and it makes the theme park land timeline really cool.
Sick. I'm going to watch that tonight.
Yeah.
After I get back, because I'm going...
It's literally like 5 minutes in, so don't worry.
I'm driving 45 minutes to go to a chain restaurant, a fast food restaurant tonight.
Nice.
Bojangles opened up
Well,
from my hometown.
it's because you're like the best food burger review guy.
But this is chicken. This is just this is from home, dude.
You're still the best.
This is from home. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna dive in here to D23 stuff. So this is our announcement episode, or like speculation announcement. Predictions. That's what I'm trying to say. Predictions. I wrote down announcements instead of predictions on my thing here. Let me change this.
Did you see they have said when the 50th anniversary is going to end?
Yes, March 31st.
Yes,
2023.
But they didn't announce when it's going to start.
Ooh.
I'm so confused.
Ooh, Evan's throwing shade.
Yeah.
So here's what I did. I don't know how you did your list, but I broke my list. I have 8 and 8, 16. 16 plus 7 is...
23.
23.
So D23, perfect.
Oh, that's hilarious. I didn't even think about that.
No.
I have
Bradley
23 D23 announcements.
Nice.
So here's what I did. I broke them up into 3 parts. I have part 1, which is updates/backtracking.
So Epcot?
There's a lot.
Yep.
Then I have part 2, which are likely announcements.
Okay.
And then I have part 3, which is blue sky/unlikely announcements.
I didn't even bother with that because I know it's not going to happen.
Think about those when you're putting your stuff in, and we'll kind of alternate if you want. But I have, or do you want me to just go first and you go first?
Just alternate. Just go 1,
Okay.
1, 1, 1.
So we'll start with, you want to start with part 1?
Yeah.
Updates/backtracking. So
Sure.
my part 1, my first one, is a Tron opening date, and I'm specifically saying it is going to be December 1st, 2022. That is very optimistic,
Believable.
but they've been testing people.
Human testing, yeah.
So that's exciting. So that's my first one, and they're going to give us a opening date, I'm assuming, since it's an update, but I think that's a likely date.
Yep.
What you got?
That's 100% me too. If there's one thing I would bet all my money on from D23, it'd be that. Tron opening date.
Opening date, yep.
100%.
All right, what you got?
That's the first one right off the bat. But like the second obvious one that's gonna happen is Phantasmic's reopening.
That's
date.
my number 2.
Yep, like that's the two
Number
most
2.
obvious things. Tron, Phantasmic, which I love how one of them is basically like what we joked earlier. Like churros are back. It's like Phantasmic is back. The show we've had for 20 years is back.
I think there's gonna have some sort of update as well.
True, Pocahontas is gone.
I'm guessing it's gonna have
Frozen
an Encanto
and Moana, maybe Encanto.
I'm thinking
Possibly.
Encanto.
Yeah.
I think Moana is not as popular as they think it is.
True, but they've kind of already went all in. with the Journey of Water, and they're
So
going all
strange.
in.
Do you have a date prediction? Because I do.
No.
October 1st.
Okay.
Something they could bring back short notice.
Yeah.
Internally hire people to come back. They're probably already doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's just a guess to have
Yeah.
it on the 51st birthday. All right. Since that was my number 2, I'll go with my number 3. A nighttime parade at Magic Kingdom.
That'd be awesome. That's not on my list at all.
I think there's a reason they've had a lot of this Meteorological Parade merch on both coasts, because it doesn't really make sense to
true.
have it here. And I think
True.
they would have had it here already, which is why you have all the merch here.
Yeah.
But COVID and all that kind of stuff kind of delayed it, and they kind of just kept it where it was at. It
Yeah.
also could be Paint the Night. We've never had Paint the Night here.
Yeah.
I
mean,
that
if they
went away
wanted to
randomly
keep-
out of nowhere.
Keep electrical over there and give us Paint the Night.
Well,
or
electrical
vice
parade's done
versa.
over there. So
For now.
what I think they're doing is I think they're bringing Electrical Parade here for the 50th, the last part, the tail end of the 50th celebration, and they're going to
Yeah.
bring back Paint the Night at Disneyland.
Yeah, that makes
That's my
perfect
guess.
sense.
Because I've heard that we can't get Paint the Night because of the truck, but they could just edit. They could just not
Just
have that
take that section out.
that section out and
yeah.
have it. That I never saw it in person, but that parade looked fucking.
Or you
awesome.
could just, maybe it's more complex than I think, but just take the trailer off the truck. Maybe like there's a way to do
You
it.
could do it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
What you got?
My third thing that I still think is definite too is the Toy Story Land barbecue opening date.
I have that on here too.
Those are the 3 things for me: Tron for sure, Fantasmic opening for sure, Toy Story Land barbecue for sure. Those
I
opening dates are
think-
coming.
I don't think I had it on my original list. I think I may have edited that out because I did edit that out because they did announce that it's coming.
Right.
But I was
We just
gonna.
haven't- They gave us a season, didn't they? Now.
Yeah. Oh no, I do have it right here. Sorry, it's part of my number 7.
But we're getting the date for sure.
I was saying Toy Story restaurant first look,
okay.
like
I
an
still think
actual
they'll
look
give
on the
date.
inside of it.
Right.
But yeah,
not
they
the
would-
concept art. There's
Yeah.
going to be a camera in the
inside
restaurant.
the restaurant. They're going to show you
showing
what it looks like.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and cross it out because I'm done with that. But yeah, I think that's
For
for sure
sure.
coming. Another thing I have that is almost a definite is the Splash Mountain updates, and I think they're going to show you. Remember how they did with the Beauty and the Beast attraction when they a few years ago they showed
Yeah.
that Belle animatronic?
Yeah,
and
I
everyone
thought it
lost
was
their
animation
shit.
at first.
Yeah,
I
everyone,
didn't think it was
didn't think
real.
it looked as good as everyone else did.
Yeah.
I thought it
I do remember that.
But I think they're going to show an animatronic from that attraction. I think they're going to
Yep.
show that off there.
Potentially the animatronic
Because
from
what,
that
I mean,
attraction.
what else are you going to do? Show us more concept art? We've seen it. We know what it's
Probably.
going to look like. But I
Yeah.
think they're going. I think you get concept
To
art.
show like of the log with a new paint job on it. We patched all the holes. It won't sink. We promise. They're patched. We use Flex Seal.
But I think you're going to see the first look at the animatronic there.
Yeah, good call. Good
It
call.
might not be shown publicly. Like they might show it
True.
separately.
Has D23 ever done that? Where it's
I
like
don't know.
celebration, where it's like convention only. See this.
I think so. They've
Okay.
had to have done something.
I would imagine so.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
What else? What you got?
Also, I think for sure, this is my last, for sure, at least for Walt Disney World, is Moana's opening date for the Journey of
I
Water.
didn't even put that on here. Oh, actually, I did.
Every day
It's like
they post a new picture on
group-
Instagram of this rock work is done and this fountain is now installed.
I was at Epcot
Like,
last night to ride Cosmic Rewind, and it looks good. It's coming up. Like
Really?
you can actually see it.
I haven't
from,
been at Epcot for a few months now,
So-
2 months I think.
So once you go in, you can see it coming up over the wall already.
Oh, cool.
When you're, underneath.
I haven't
Spaceship
rode the
Earth.
monorail around in Epcot either.
I haven't either. I need
That'd
to
be
do
a good
that.
time to see
Yeah,
it.
I need to do that. I want to
Yeah.
get a construction video going for that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That was your last for sure.
For Walt Disney World. Yep.
Okay. I think we're gonna get a cruise line update because there's supposed to be 2 other ships coming along with the Wish. We haven't
Those
heard
have
a peep.
kind of gone silent. Yeah.
They got to still be doing it. Those things are all
Definitely.
contracted. So
Especially with how big of a hit the Wish was. That ship looks great.
I'm not
People love
impressed
it.
with it.
The atrium is the only part to me that looks a little lame. The rest of it looks great.
I'm not impressed. I haven't been on a cruise in so long now.
I've never cruised, so I can't officially say.
We're
I
gonna
guess. I
do
don't have
one
a-
soon. They have cheap ass ones.
I think
for real.
that's my next thing. Is cruise.
You guys can go do a 3-day cruise for $400
Dang.
out of Port Canaveral.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Nothing on Royal Caribbean, and with the best cruise line in the world.
Yeah,
They have short little cruises.
Yeah.
That'd be a good way to see if you like it.
That's what most people said. They're like, do 3 or I think 3 is what people tell me.
Go
Don't
to
do
Royal
anything
Caribbean's
more or
website.
less.
Because don't spend the money on the Disney stuff. You know you like Disney already, blah, blah, blah. But see if you like the idea
Well, I
of
mean, we
cruising.
get discounts on that, so
Not like this, though. I mean,
Yeah,
for real.
true.
Both you guys all in.
yeah.
Everything is like $400 for 3
That's
nights.
nothing.
It's insane.
You can't get a hotel room for that.
No.
For 3 nights.
No. And it's all inclusive. I
Doesn't
mean,
make any
other than
sense.
alcohol, I don't know if you guys would drink that much. I certainly do.
I only do on occasions. Like last night. 2 fuzzy
I
tom-toms.
have a video I want to do.
Great.
A video I want to do with you and Tom. Remind me to write. I'm telling you, write something down. I have shit I can write down now. that I want to do with you guys because I have an idea. All right, anyway, I just wanted to write that. I meant to bring it up earlier and I completely forgot. All right, what do you got?
I think we're going to get maybe an actual picture of the sculpt itself of Dreamer's Point at Epcot. And then
you know what's funny? I have an overarching Epcot one, which is my next one, so I'll go ahead and bring it up right now, and then we can just get to your next one. But I have an Epcot redo update and 40th details.
Right.
Whatever that is. And there'll be merchandise.
It's just going to focus on the merchandise and the Walt statue for Dreamer's Point.
But yeah, that could fall into that. And
then after that, it's going to be nothing but, I even wrote down here, just buzzwords. Just nothing but Epcot buzzwords.
Yep.
So,
imagination,
and creativity.
And,
just like, all right.
Unlike anything you've ever seen.
All the things Epcot
Nothing
used to
you've
be.
ever experienced in the park.
Got it. Which is not a good thing.
Distinctly Disney, but still Epcot. There'll be some bullshit like that.
The phrase makes no sense. Is that the phrase that has aged the worst?
Well, that just
ever?
shows me that you don't know what you're talking about and you don't understand the company, because Disney was Epcot.
Epcot was Disney.
And
both.
They were the same. Disney isn't just like, that's like his take on Disney. Bob Chapek's take on Disney is like those people who don't get what Disney is, and they go like, who would want to go do that? And you're like, anyone who enjoys fun.
Yeah.
Like, who wants to go? Like, I used to get people all the time. They'd be like, "You're going to Disney World again? Like, don't you go to the beach every year and just sit in a fucking chair and look at the waves?" That's the most boring,
get sunburnt,
stupid shit you could possibly do to waste your time just staring at the. Like, I know families who, when I was a kid, that was their vacation. They went to Hilton Head Island or they went to Myrtle Beach, and they sat in a chair for 4 days.
It's definitely cheap
under a tent, and I'm just like, how is that? But you think it's weird that I want to go ride Splash Mountain again? Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? I don't understand it.
No clue.
But
that's what made Epcot,
that's his take on it. It's like, why would you want to go see that when we could, like, he's like, characters, like, it's fucking stupid.
That's what made Epcot great. Was it used to be the thing that, like, there's nothing else like it on the planet.
Yeah.
But now it's like they're cloning the Frozen ride for France. Like, they're cloning a bunch of stuff. Like, Epcot's not unique anymore. It's not special.
Yeah.
Soarin' is now in 4 different parks. Like, Soarin's all over, like, literally around the world. So, Epcot used to be the thing where, like, there's nothing like it. But now
I don't
there's
consider
things like
Soarin' an Epcot. Oh, you're saying, like, it coming from California to be at Epcot? Like,
and now it's in Shanghai. No, it's in Tokyo and Hong Kong, I think.
I think it's in Shanghai, too.
Might be. Maybe it's
but
like 6
characters
parks.
of flight or something. They changed it. It's like, it's over Soaring Over Fantasy.
Yeah, something like that. Buzzwords, like we said. Buzzwords.
Yeah, buzzwords. All right, my last one that I think for sure is going to be an announcement, because it wouldn't be a Bob Chapek announcement unless it was announcing that he's making more money and the dining plan is returning.
You're not wrong.
Dining
the infrastructure is still there.
Yep. They use it on the Halcyon. So
yeah.
All right, those are all my things that I think are going to be updates / backtracking, and I think the biggest backtracking is going to be Epcot's, because the new concepts they're going to show at D23 is not going to look like what they showed the first time. All right, so now we're moving into my part 2, which are likely announcements. Do you want to go first? Do you have one in mind? Think that like it could happen? It could happen. It could happen.
Well, for
barring another fucking global pandemic, it could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, I think there's one that is going to happen because they talked about it at Celebration. So, and then there's one after that that's likely. So the one I think is coming, obviously, because it was announced at Celebration, was new Savi's pieces. So maybe that's going to be D23.
I don't think they would focus on that.
But they might just give us a date, like starting.
Remember, I agree that that's going to come in like a blog post. I think
Possibly.
I would imagine, because you got to remember, we're focusing on Disney World and Disneyland.
Yeah,
they focus on everything.
Not just
Tokyo,
parks too.
Shanghai, Disney Plus,
Marvel,
it's going to be
Star Wars, like everything. Yeah.
So I don't think they would waste their time there.
Good point.
I think that's going to be a blog post.
Yeah.
I'm not shitting on your pick.
No, I think you're right, though.
But I think that's just going to be one of those things
where
also, like, hey, it's coming.
That'll help them also.
Or it just shows up without anybody fucking saying anything.
That'll, they want to mitigate the crowds for that. They don't want, 80,000 people, eBay resellers showing up on day one to get the new Savi's pieces. So, yeah, good call.
I could be wrong. They could. You know what? No, maybe, because they only showed the one.
Yeah. They didn't have a whole lot.
They only showed the Will Power and Control, right?
Yeah. They just said, it's coming. So,
interesting. Maybe.
I don't think it's going to be huge, though. The more you talk about it, the more I think they want to, get
focus
rid of those
on
eBay resellers,
else.
focus on big stuff.
Focus on big
drop
stuff.
that one day randomly a bit too.
But unless they don't have a lot of big stuff to bring up, then you might. That's the thing. So, my likely announcement is a Tomorrowland redo headed by homeboy Scott Trowbridge.
1,000,000%. That's on my list too.
I think it's going to happen. Disneyland Tomorrowland. Yeah.
Yep.
What I think will happen is I think they're going to do it at Disneyland and see the reaction, and then do
whatever's
kind
good
of like that
everywhere else.
Pick it and like
clone, like we said.
Yeah, clone it here. I think it's about time we're going to get something announced. Maybe not at this D23, but something's going to happen in that space where Stitch's Great Escape and Alien Encounter used to be. There was that rumor forever about the Wreck-It Ralph.
Makes no sense, but sense doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter anymore. I think that idea is going to end up in the Play Pavilion.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which I forgot to bring up was part of my Epcot update. I think they're going to announce an opening date for that.
That works
it's
fine.
Not going to be next year.
No,
it's going to be 2024.
That's ways off. Yeah,
because I've seen that they had they filed construction
permits that
until
expired in 2024. Yeah,
so it's not going to be anytime soon. Which is insane that you can't get they announced it at 2019, right?
Yeah.
So we're 4 years later.
Yeah, gonna be 5,
and it's
by
still
that time.
2 years away.
Yeah,
so 6 years to redo the Wonders of Life
a building
Pavilion
that already exists
with projections.
Yeah.
So crazy.
The thing,
I like the idea of the Play Pavilion a lot.
I do too. I think it fits Epcot.
I think it totally does. I think that might be why they're getting rid of it.
You're probably right. You're probably right. You're like, wait, this is actually Epcot. Get it out.
Whoa.
Well, we don't do that anymore.
Except he's like, wait, how many IPs can we shove in here?
He's like, wait, it's infinite because it's a screen. Oh, okay.
Oh, anything. Perfect.
Yeah, okay.
But
jokes aside, I think if it's done the way they're talking about it and the way it should be done, it is Epcot. So I'm here.
Yeah, I've always said I like the idea of the Play Pavilion. I think it's a really cool idea. Right, was that yours?
No, that was you. You said
me. Okay,
we started with Disneyland, Scott Trowbridge, Tomorrowland.
Okay,
and then we spawned off to Epcot. So
did you say Play Pavilion or did I say Play Pavilion?
You did.
Okay, whatever. What do you have?
We'll stick with Disneyland. I think we're gonna get. I don't know how far along it is, but I'll say opening date for Mickey and Minnie's at Disneyland.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah. I think it's going to happen.
They have said they're getting a scene that's only there.
Yeah, which is cool.
We'll maybe get a little corner picture of it. They don't want to give away the whole scene, but here's a part of that room.
I love that ride. So, is it? Are you coming around on it at all?
I mean, it's growing on me, but it's still something I only do if it's 10-minute.
Oh, I do it almost every time we go.
Nah,
I love it.
I do it once every 6 months.
I love that ride. I wish it hadn't replaced Great Movie Ride. I will say that. It
should have been in the animation courtyard.
Yeah, it would have made more sense.
Should have been, but. Because it is animation.
Reuse the buildings.
Yeah.
All right, heading back over to Epcot. I think they're going to focus on Epcot with the 40th coming up.
Yeah.
And that nothing they got. Dude, I want to do a podcast where we go through all the announcements that they made and show the. Oh, Dallin actually just did this.
I just watched it. It was hilarious.
Great job. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
But nothing came out of that.
No. He's like, how do you have a whole panel that just gets canceled? The canceled panel. The canceled panel.
But I think they're going to finally, and I think this is on the back of, even during the pandemic, the Figment Popcorn Bucket chaos.
Oh, dude. If that happens.
The Imagination retheme, I think they're going to bring back Dreamfinder.
If that happens, Epcot's back. It's back from the grave. But it's not happening.
I really think they're looking at Epcot hard. I think they're looking at Epcot really hard.
But not what Epcot is.
I think that. Okay, so my out there is the Dreamfinder coming back, but I think they're definitely going to announce a retheme. I think the Inside Out rumor is something that could potentially still be around.
How many funerals can we have for one park? Because that'll be the 5th.
I think it works. I think as long as they don't get rid of Figment fully.
True, 100%.
I think
if
Figment,
he's gone, then it's
Figment would really work with Inside Out, especially since he's like a cameo in the movie.
Yeah, that little painting. In the corner.
I think imagination and the emotions. There's something there that would work. Yeah. Of all the IPs you could put into Epcot, you could do way worse than Inside Out for imagination.
Yep. Like a Marvel one.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense, but I like the fact that they made it a pavilion.
Me too.
And
I like that idea. The rest of it after that idea didn't work. But I like that idea.
I feel like it works because they're showing it. To me, it was like a mixture of Epcot meets Alien Encounter.
Yeah.
Where you're going to teleport and then something goes wrong. The teleportation doesn't go wrong, but something goes wrong. I love that ride, man. You're crazy.
I'm crazy.
You're crazy. All right, what you got?
Shoot, what else? For Disneyland, like you said, though, now that I think about it, this is kind of small, but maybe Magic Band Plus talk. But it's pretty small.
No, so. That's not, because they made a big deal that those are coming. I didn't even think about this.
Yeah,
never mind then. They're 100%. That should be my fucking definite one. That's definitely going to happen.
Because they have construction walls up in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So they're getting bounty hunters at the very least. So
they've said the full integration of Magic Bands is coming to Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's definitely going to happen. And I think even Disneyland might have some special designs, which
for sure
your boy might be buying some of those
for the low price of $79.99.
They're fucking crazy. They're not that bad though.
When
can, what, 35?
No, those are 45.
45. Damn, really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Who cares? They're fucking awesome. I kept saying I'm not going to buy a bunch of these, and I've bought like 6 of them already.
That's not that bad though, because there's like 20 out.
When you have 200 other ones, yeah, it's not that bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's all perspective.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen. I think they're going to announce like if it's. I really hope they announce that they are compatible coast to coast. If it's all one account anyway,
there's no way they can do that.
But it's all one account, so it
should be. But
like I bet you it's just a continuation because I don't even know if you know how these work.
Not fully.
There's not a ticket on this.
Right.
Like when you link your ticket, that's why they use the word link your ticket.
Yeah.
There's no ticket. Like it's just an access code in a server.
Yeah.
So if they just are reproducing those servers, why can't, if you're using the same account anyway, and the Disneyland account is the same as your Disney World account, it's 2 separate apps, but it's the same account. In theory, hypothetically speaking, it should carry over.
It should.
So I'm wondering if they'll clarify that at all.
They're going to clarify it, but I don't think it's going to be the way that is logical.
But here's the thing: like it doesn't matter. Like
it doesn't matter.
If I'm going there, I'm going to buy Disneyland bands. So maybe they won't make it compatible. So you have to go and buy Disneyland Magic bands.
Yeah.
I still can't believe the demand for these. Like the Falcon one sold out. I can't believe
it's gone. I was there today and it's gone. Like it's still gone.
If you see it, grab it because I fucking want that thing.
Okay.
I was going to get it that first day, and the only reason I didn't is because I wanted the one that was in Universe, and I saw Grogu was on it. And
mostly in Universe, yeah. That's my exact reaction. I was like, I'm getting that. The Mandalorian one, it's Universe, and then I was like, oh, Grogu's on it.
It's annoying. But yeah,
one day we'll get one though.
Yeah, for sure. They're turning out these designs quicker than I thought they would.
Yeah, there's already like 5 or 6 new ones.
So
in a month.
What are you going to do? I'm still waiting for them to do a not so scary one. I was hoping they would do that.
We'll get a Christmas party one
because there's not a Magic Band for the party, like branded for the party.
Yeah,
there's the Jack and Sally one, but that's not a not so scary one. That's
Halloween
the
one, but it's just Halloween. Yeah. It's not party exclusive.
So I'm hoping that they sneak that in. You know, they do that sometimes halfway through the year. They'll add shit.
And then
like
everyone that went to the earlier parties are going to get upset.
Yeah. They already added ears.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna
do? I bet
you
get a Christmas one for sure. Christmas party.
Hoping so.
But I bet
we got to speed through
Disneyland
these.
gets one for sure. Magic Band plus Disneyland.
All right, my next one is kind of a smaller one, but I think there's going to be a new pavilion announced at Epcot, and I'm guessing it's going to either be Greece or Brazil.
Okay.
What else you got?
That'd be cool. I'm okay with either one of those. Didn't they? I might be making this up completely, but at Celebration, did they hint Star Tours updates?
I don't remember anything
that applies
about
around the globe if it was true, because like there's Star Tours everywhere.
Well, I know they can. I mean, you'd be silly to not add like Navarro or something.
Yeah, just throw in Mando stuff.
Something
at the very least.
You could definitely do it. I think they like were like, hey, remember it can always be updated. I think it was something to that effect.
Yeah, you said this maybe as recently as last week, but I would love an official canon Star Tours.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's coming. But I think we're getting a new Mando.
I don't need
video.
It. I don't
need it.
I would love it
if
they did it, but I kind of like having just a silly.
Yeah,
kind of like
I love
old
our Star
school
Tours
Star
as it
Wars.
is. I write it all the time.
Yeah,
but
I do too. I love
if it was announced as a new canon update, I would be happy. But if it's never announced, I'm still happy. But I think we're definitely going to get like a Mando scene or something.
Got to be something.
Yeah,
we got nothing from.
I think
Solo,
all the Disney Plus
Rogue
shows
One,
and TV show and movies.
Mando, nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing but Skywalker films. The 9 films.
It's wild.
Yeah,
they really should expand that. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, you could even do animation.
It would make more sense. With
100% more sense.
Was not in those scenes.
Yeah. That was another thing. Throwing it way back to the whole cameos in Andor. Like Rogue One, that cameo of 3PO and R2. That's a fan service. It doesn't affect the plot. 3PO's like, Scarif, they're going to Scarif.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
they would be there.
But
if they're on that transport show. I mean, it's cool to see them.
They made that whole scene just to show them talking. It's like they could have been in the background.
Keep Anthony Daniels in all 9 movies.
Right. He's not in Solo.
Or not, all 9 Star Wars Skywalker saga movies.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to Star Tours.
Yeah.
Got nothing. So Mando update.
Something will be cool.
Yeah.
I think a new festival is going to be announced at Epcot, and it's going to be the Festival of Music.
Oh my gosh. So that's year-round
because A, it's easy to do, B, it's kind of an abstract thing, but also Universal is talking about doing a country music festival. So this could be their answer to that. So I think that's something that is likely.
Plus, you can throw in the new hits. Encanto is like super music heavy. People like soul for some reason. Soul's very heavy on music.
I didn't like soul.
No,
I didn't
like it at all.
It's because the guy was black. Where's the misogyny alarm?
100%. We're all racist here, obviously.
Obviously joking.
Yeah.
I hate that I have to say that every time.
Same. People are dumb.
If you're listening to this, you know I'm not an asshole. I mean, you know I'm an asshole, but I'm not racist.
Big difference.
I guess people would say it's a big difference. I guess people would say like Festival of the Arts, they do music, but like having a festival focused solely on music, like just the Instagrammable stuff you could do with like treble clefs and notes and that kind of shit would work. I don't know. It's just an outside thought, but I think it's not
opening
super
act,
likely.
you
but
and
it's
Tom.
probably, oh, dude, hell yeah! We'll
That'd
just
be
play
cool.
Master of Puppets.
Yep.
But yeah, what else you got?
Shoot, that's it for domestic parks. I kind of randomly today threw on for Disney Plus. I think we get Tales of the Jedi release date and maybe like an exclusive clip of Mando season 3.
Good call. Both those are very likely to happen. I don't know why I focused only on parks on this.
Me too. That's why I was like, this is the only thing I got that's not parks.
It's just more fun to talk about the parks. Who's
Yeah.
gives a shit about Disney?
I didn't
Plus
move
cares?
here for Disney Plus. I
Yeah,
have Disney
right.
Plus everywhere.
Correct.
I moved here for the parks.
I think that it is very likely, my next one, that Rock and Roller Coaster gets a retheme, simply for the fact that Aerosmith sold their music catalog to Universal Music.
Yeah.
So I think
I've been saying Incredicoaster for years is what we're getting.
I think so. I think it's more likely now than ever, and I think it's probably going to get announced, especially with. I hate to say that they're controversial because to me they're not, but like his drug issues and stuff in the past. But
I mean,
it's a rock band.
Freaking Robert Downey Jr. Man, he was
Correct.
Iron Man. Look at all
Correct,
his
yeah.
controversial past.
That's
I
very
love
true.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's
I
true.
love Iron Man.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna claim controversial past,
I don't think any. And I hate that term. Everyone's done stupid shit.
Yeah.
It's just there's just a scale of stupid shit you've done.
Uh-huh.
We all have the one thing that we think of is that we're like, fuck, I wish I had done that.
Yeah.
Wish I hadn't done that.
And because you did that, does that make you a terrible human?
No, you're not who you are in your worst moments. Because then if that's the case, then you are who you are at your best moments.
Yeah.
So we're somewhere
Which
in
we're
the middle.
both not. Yeah.
We're all somewhere in
Or
the
you're
middle.
you're not both. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a combination of experiences. That's a different conversation for a much deeper time when I'm drunk.
That'll be funny though if it is if it is something Rock and Roller Coaster. Because I mean I'm not saying that I spawned this obviously, but I still have the letter at home. I have it in the envelope. Did you ever write Imagineering when you were a little kid?
No.
I wrote them after watching Monsters Inc. And I was like, you guys need to make a roller coaster that's the doors, hanging from the doors roller coaster. You need to make this. So then they wrote me back and were like, we can't take outside ideas from the company. We like how creative you are, yada yada. That's super cute. Here's an autograph picture. Like, it was very sweet. It's
That's
awesome.
cool.
I have it in the old school, like, 80s,
You need to find
90s. Oh, I have it. I know where it is exactly. I look
At
at
home?
it every now and then. Here.
It's here?
It's in my apartment.
Why haven't you ever posted that?
I don't know. I'll show you next week. I need to bring it and show you.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
So then, like, obviously decades pass, and then everyone's like, oh, I think Rock and Roller Coaster is going to get a retheme to Monsters, Inc.
There's an old story
And I'm
about
like,
this
that'd
that
be
they
cool if it did.
accidentally uploaded it to the Cub,
Yeah.
the cast member website,
Yeah.
and then pulled it down.
Yeah.
And there's if you look up anyone who's listening to this, let's type in like Disney Dish podcast canceled Monsters Inc. ride.
Yeah.
And the episode should pull up because it was a fascinating story about what all went down. It was supposed to happen. They
Yeah.
stole your idea, bro.
Well,
they were stealing our ideas since when you were fucking kids, son.
It's funny, though, because, like, I think in the letter, they're like, we can't even use this idea because you've sent it to us or something. So
That's hilarious.
I'm not saying it's connected because that'd be ludicrous to say. But if it does get rethemed
I'll
to
say it.
Incredicoaster, I'd be okay with it. You know, I love Rock and Roller Coaster. I'll say my goodbyes, but then I'll go right Incredicoaster. Like, it's fine.
It's a roller coaster to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so loosely themed in the first place. It's like
Yeah.
it's more themed out like a parking garage than it is like
Yeah.
Aerosmith.
Honestly, yeah, that little cue
I love
when
it,
you
but-
watching the launch is super cool. That's
Yeah.
the best part. When you're in the back alleyway watching the launch.
Don't get me wrong, I would miss it, but
Same, but it's not in my like top 10 rides, so like it's fine.
yeah, I don't think it's in my 10. There's so
Yeah.
many good rides. I mean, it's in my top 20.
Yeah, it's in my top 20.
I don't know.
Before
That'd
I
be a
moved
tough
here,
one.
though, it was in my top like 5.
Yeah,
but,
I think so.
But
I think
also,
me too.
new things have opened since
Yeah,
then. So
I think back when I was a kid, I would have said it was one of my favorites.
yeah,
All right, moving on to the next one because we gotta get through this. We gotta get you out of here, bro.
gotta go party.
I am fully convinced Happily Ever After is coming back with updates, and I put parentheses in Kanto.
Thank the Lord. Thank
It
the
needs
Lord.
to. Well, as much as Jordan Fisher's been like tagging Disney on Twitter and stuff, being like, "Hey,
You kinda
bring it
screwed
back."
me over,
well,
guys.
and also
Like,
this show sucks. Everyone knows it sucks, and it's.
have you seen the Walt update? I
Not
haven't
yet.
yet. I haven't either.
I have not.
I was hoping I could see it tonight, but
I just
they don't do it
it's
on
just been
party
raining
nights.
every night. Like
Yeah.
haven't had a chance to
I'm
go.
gonna
I
go
work
later
till
next
4.
month when it's not raining because
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as I can. I might
Yeah.
go make it a thing to do this weekend, like on the way out.
Yeah,
But
that's the best way.
Definitely. What else you got?
That's my entire list.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
I just did
I'll plow through these.
the
then.
2 domestic parks and 1 Disney Plus.
I'm fully convinced it is a likely announcement that you get the Galaxy's Edge restaurant at Disneyland. especially
yeah.
with the completion of the Halcyon. They probably fabricated duplicates of the Crown of Corellia dining room. I wouldn't be shocked if it pops up in some form.
Yeah.
Just different aesthetics.
No
at
joke, though.
Disneyland.
If that does happen, we need all three of us should go together.
100%.
I'm not, like, that's not... We'll make
yeah.
it happen 100%.
Oh, no. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, maybe as close to opening day as possible. But if it's
I'm
not opening day...
We'll go opening day. We'll be there
Okay.
opening day. 100%. If that happens, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then I think this is an inevitable, but a new DVC at Walt Disney World because that one got
Reflections
canned.
or-
Reflections. Nope.
Nope.
The Reflections is gone. I don't think that land was sustainable for buildings. I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think it was budget because they would make a crap ton on DVC back. They're not worried about that.
Yeah.
I think it was when they did they started doing construction.
They were
it
like, this
wasn't-
land
This
ain't-
land wasn't.
yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? Sustainable. Buildable.
Whatever.
Constructible.
Yeah. Constructible.
Whatever. All right. And so then.
I mean,
this
we
is my
got
last
one
three.
at the Poly now, the Poly DVC.
Yeah,
so
you might get more details on that.
Yeah.
Which, god damn it,
R.I.P. Spirit of Aloha.
drives me insane. It doesn't even look poly. It just anyway. Part 3 is my blue sky / highly unlikely / not gonna happen, but it's fun to dream. I think Fantasyland's gonna get an expansion at Disneyland. Expansion might be the wrong word. Redo might be the better word. But
Yeah.
they're gonna redo it at some point to make it look like new Fantasyland.
Yep.
Add Frozen. They'll probably take away Mr. Toad, which I hate to say,
Dang, I do too.
but
If that's the case, I'm making a trip to ride it before it closes.
I'll ride that thing the entire day.
We'll chain ourselves to it.
100%.
Like,
It'd be just like back in the day when they did it. When they
To-
had the Save Toad campaign here.
Yep.
I think that it is not likely, but it would be fun if a Dinoland / dinosaur replacement gets announced. I'm holding on hope for Mystic Manor. That's my outside.
You gotta have dinosaurs in Animal Kingdom.
That's
You
my outside.
Gotta.
That's my outside.
I want
call.
Mystic Manor, but I don't want to lose dinosaurs.
I'm okay with losing Dinoland. Dinoland sucks.
I want a good Dino Land. I don't want
Uh,
to get rid of it. I want to get rid of
No.
this one to get a good one.
Give me Mystic. Dude, come on.
I want Mystic Manor, but I also want dinosaurs.
You'd rather have Dinoland than Mystic Manor?
I want both because
You can
Animal
only pick
Kingdom
one.
has to have
Gun to your
dinosaurs.
head, you have you're in charge. You keep Dinoland over Mystic Manor?
I just put
Really?
I
It's
put Mystic
just a
Manor
spinner
somewhere
now.
else.
It's a spinner in arcade games.
Get rid of that then. Well, no, that's Chester and Hester's Dino.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, get rid of that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
but
Dinoland.
Dino Land keep.
But what is Dinoland? Is that the whole
The
area?
rest of Dino Land.
Oh, I don't give a shit about
There's
it.
Chester and Hester's Dinorama.
Well, I'm talking about that little shitty parking
Yeah,
lot.
get rid of that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking
1,000,000%.
about. I was like, you want fucking Triceratops spin instead of? Okay, we're on
I
the same
don't
page.
think I've ever done Triceratops spin.
I have once. It's
Like, I think I need to do it
It's
just
fucking
once.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
It's Aladdin.
Or the not teacups, but Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Or
It's the same thing.
Astro Orbiter's the best one. So like,
Astro Orbiter is dope.
Yeah.
I like Astro Orbiter.
yeah,
It's just a pain in the ass to get to.
it is.
All right. I also think that this would be if they really wanted to drop the fucking hammer and show Universal who's their bitch.
Which they should, but they're not gonna.
They're not gonna. One new major e-ticket ride at each of the 4 parks.
That would be insane. We all would lose our stuff.
Be
if that
insane.
happened.
I think another thing that I wish would happen, but is not gonna happen: the Quinjet ride from Avengers Campus. I just don't even see where that would
I think
go
that's
now.
like 5 years away. Like I think it's gonna happen.
I don't know. If it is 5 years away, and it's gonna open in 5 years, they got to do some sort of.
Well, there's like
getting
3
started.
Avengers movies coming out between now and then, so you got plenty of Avengers to use.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't think they're gonna say anything about that. Also, I got to thinking about this today. I think Joe Rohde resigned for a reason.
Yeah, he did.
And I
He
think
saw what was going on.
But I think it was specific. I think that we are not privy to these meetings. But I had this
No.
thought. Remember when the rumor was going around that Zootopia was coming to Animal Kingdom?
And he spoke
And
out
he was
against
like,
it.
No.
Yeah.
And I think they were like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's not your park.
They're like, who writes
You
your
made it.
paycheck?
You made it.
Yeah.
It's ours.
Yep. Is it
And
called
he was
Joe
like-
Rohde's Animal Kingdom?
He's like,
No,
I'm
it's
out.
called Disney's
And
Animal
he was like,
Kingdom.
I'm out. And I think they're going to go through with it here.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. Because
We've already lost one park. Like, at least we'll still have Magic in Studios. But then Animal's dead at that
Dude,
point.
Studios was the first part to get killed.
But it improved.
It might
The only
have
thing we lost was Great Movie Ride.
It might have improved in the sense that
Whoa, look who
who it is. Look who it is. It might have improved in the sense that like it might have improved that the quality of stuff got better, but it completely altered the theming of the park. I mean, it's
True.
a completely different park now.
True, and they
least
changed the name
Epcot,
to
they're
reflect
like-
it. They need to change the
Yeah.
name at the other parks.
But
that
like
they're-
Epcot at least is like still similar enough where it's like they still have Test Track. They still have
Yeah.
there's nothing that resembles old studios except Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Yep.
That's it.
it's holding on.
Then I think speaking of Indiana Jones coming to Animal Kingdom, not going to happen, but it'd be cool if
No.
it did.
That'd be super crazy if it was like Mystic Manor, then Indy, right there, back to back. They're like, what's going on over in that corner of the park?
Then I think there's going to be some sort of update, and I'm using the quote expansion, but I don't mean expansion the way we think expansion. I think a Halcyon update is going to happen.
Yeah,
and I think they're going to come out and be like,
you mean they're going to raise the price?
The guest rave reviews have been so insane, which it is, but I'm mocking Bob Chapek. I'm not mocking the Halcyon.
Yeah.
They've been so incredible, but what we want to do is make sure more guests get to experience what's on the Halcyon and get them excited for their future stay.
We're going to have a coupon day.
They're going to have like a lunch or dinner or something.
That's what we all want.
That's
Dude,
what
I'll go. I'm not kidding.
$250 dinner.
Once a month.
Why would you not do it? You're already making the food.
Yep.
Do it. I think it'd be really cool. And we were there on Batu Day. We were like the only people in the restaurant. There's plenty of space.
I've done that before.
You wouldn't even. You wouldn't notice it.
The last time, the only time so far that I've went. Yeah, we got back early from Batu Day, and no one's on the ship.
I mean, I think we literally saw like 4 people. Wasn't there like 4 people in the room?
I didn't even see that many. Yeah.
It was nuts.
Yeah.
And and all the food was out, just sitting there. I'm like, this is nuts. They're preparing all this food. I mean, you have to prepare for everybody who's on board.
And they've got like 30 of those shuttles. There's so many of those shuttles. So just like, what's using 2 of them to take people back and forth?
And then my third blue sky, or my last under my part 3. So you'll hear this if you listen back, but I broke up the announcements into update/backtracking. And then
That's
I did
my favorite part.
Part 2 likely announcements, and then 3 blue sky / highly unlikely announcements. And so my last one is obviously the rumored 5th park that always pops its head up every few years. That would be, if you really wanted to, I mean, the 4 e-ticket attractions would be dope.
Well,
but if you really wanted to
slap the 4 parks you have.
Yeah, correct. That's not going to help capacity. But I think that would be a way to tell Universal, go fuck yourselves, we're still in charge.
Yeah.
But that was fun. I'm glad we got to do that. It was a little longer than I thought we'd go, but that's okay.
That's definitely okay.
Have fun at the party tonight.
Be safe. I shall.
Me and
Hopefully
Tom.
we don't get rained on. Fingers crossed.
Me and Tom are going to do an episode without you, and it's going to be a top 10 favorite musicians / bands / artists / that kind of thing.
That'll be dope.
So we've been wanting to do this for a while, just like between the 2 of us. So
it's kind of cool that like we're not planning it this way, but it kind of breaks stuff up. Like you guys can do a top 10 that I would just be sitting here and be like, yeah, cool, okay, yeah, like that would be me. Maybe Rex, Gaia. Oh, there is a rumor that Rex is getting more music, so that'd be cool if it was like the last panel or whatever, just kind of end of the day, like, and DJ Rex has these new 10 songs, like that'd be
really cool. I'm here for that.
He does have new dialogue.
We've heard
last
some stuff.
night he was talking about a bounty hunter.
We've heard some stuff trickle in last time we were there.
Yeah,
I forget who I was with last time. Was it you?
Yeah, I don't know. Last night I was there, and he goes,
yeah. Didn't we go once?
Oh, we went the night of Sabi's, probably.
That's right.
Nice.
And there was some new audio even then, because I was like, that's new. We haven't heard that before.
I don't think it's
that was
like
a while ago, though.
New as in newly recorded. I think they had Pee Wee, Paul Rubens in the booth for like 6 hours, just pumping out stuff.
Say this. And they're just kind of releasing it as they want.
But last night he was like,
which is smart.
He was like, that bounty hunter won't stop staring at me. And he goes, just smile or just wave at him. He goes, just wave. And he stopped everything and went,
oh, that's hilarious.
DJ Rex is Paul Rubin?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
Yeah, Pee Wee.
He voiced him back in the day.
Speaking of controversial backgrounds, like, so he's okay.
Yeah.
But
well, dude, that's what you do at a porno theater. Is you jerk off. I mean,
right?
That's like he went to the burger place and got a burger. Oh, what a piece of shit! Like, what are you supposed to do?
It would have been better about having a sound drop on our soundboard from his show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I don't care.
I thought you did it on purpose.
Yeah, I thought you did too.
Yeah,
He's
totally.
like, that was all a bit. Evan, have fun at the party tonight. I love you, dude. Be safe. Everyone, thank you for listening. We'll see you on the next show. Until then, stay safe. May the force be with you always.
Well, always ain't good journey. But if you want to see me get kicked out of Oga's, it's on YouTube. So
I'm gonna watch it.
It was fun. Yeah, I got kicked out of Oga's.
I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. But
I don't know. You guys have
I know what it was.
Another glorious episode coming up. We don't have the soundboard plugged in.
Master Yoda, is there another episode of Jedi this week?
No. Is this the last episode of Jedi Talk this week?
No. There is another. It's backwards.
Rise Jedi Knight.